right. Hello, everyone. This is EETF number 93. My name is Patrick. I hope you guys are doing great. So tonight it is TV time. With me tonight, I have back on the show, Mike Drew. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. I'm doing all right. I'm already looking forward to the holidays and, being left alone.
You are not alone, my friend.
Probably not. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We also have Nick back. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, Patrick?
Still trying to survive. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me, Patrick.
Always a pleasure. We also have Tony Greathouse. How are you, sir?
I am great. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
We also have Hector Contreras. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you.
Welcome back. Okay, so let's focus on TV time. Mike, let's start with you. What do you have?
Oh, good Lord. All right. We're going worst to best. The latest season of Only Murders in the Building was dire.
That was atrocious.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but the worst.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It just meandered. It really is like if you ask ChatGPT, okay, give me 2 seniors who, solve murders in the apartment building they live in. I feel like that story would meander. And that's how this season felt. It was way too long. I love the interplay between obviously the 3 of them. I think Selena Gomez, I've mentioned on here, is one of the greatest straight men in recent television history. She couldn't save this. It was so bad. I didn't like it. And I loved the first 2 seasons. But after that, I have seen a drop off. But this one was just, and if you haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil it. So if you don't want to hear this spoiler, hit the fast forward 30 seconds button on your player.
Spoiler warning.
Haven't used it in a while.
You're welcome. I couldn't care less that Tina Fey came back in the very last episode. None of it saved it. It's garbage. Avoid it. I didn't like it. There you go.
Is it going to be renewed?
Well, I believe so. I mean, the way that the last episode ended, it would have you believe that the next season is going to be about another murder. So really bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Down Cemetery Road, an Apple show. I'm really bad with names. I'm so sorry. And I know where I can picture her face. Emma Thompson and Ruth Wilson, who's a British actor. I'm sorry. We tried. I've said it before. I try to give everything 2 episodes. Look, 15 minutes. I never stopped this early. I never abandoned a show this early, but I did this time. And it was dire, and I couldn't get into it. And I won't be going back. So
15 minutes, it had to be extra crappy.
It certainly was, in my opinion. And listen, there might be people going, "You're crazy." I've mentioned it before. I listened to a couple other TV podcasts. One in particular was quite critical. One kind of gave it some more leeway, and said, it does. But the main driver of the narrative didn't make any sense to me. Even when I heard one of the reviews on one of the podcasts I listened to, and I'd seen the first 15 minutes, I listened to it after I'd watched it, thinking, what am I missing? Did I, and what have you? Anyway, when they kind of said where it was going to go, I was like, that's stupid. And so.
What was it even about, Mike? Could be the 15 minutes that you watched it.
So there's a dinner party, there's a massive explosion, and it turns out that it's going to be based on the lady who's it's her and her partner are hosting this dinner party, and there's a death, and then it becomes she tries to solve it, but she doesn't have any connection to who it was. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, that could happen in the last episode, and it's but I'm not waiting 6 episodes to find out. I couldn't connect to it at all.
That wouldn't even work because it is an 8-episode series. So you would be stuck in the middle.
I'd leave it 2 extra episodes. Okay, do you want to hear a funny story about Only Murders?
Sure.
So it's 10 episodes, I think, this season, right? And we watched the first 8, and I thought it was done. And then all of a sudden, we went on Disney one night, and it's next in your line. It was the next episode, and I was like, oh, I thought we had finished it. We had left it for a little bit, and I had no desire to go back to it. So we watched that, and then something happened. We got delayed again. So the last episode, I think episode 10 or maybe episode 8, I don't remember what the numbering was. Whatever the final episode was, You know how on your screen, well, on my screen, it says like, hey, you've got 20 minutes of this left, or you've got 10 minutes of this episode. It sat there at 10 minutes to go in this episode for like 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, we should probably finish that. And I always found something different to watch. I was like, I don't care. Like, it's just, it was so bad.
Wow. Okay.
You guys convinced me not to go back to that show because I still am behind from last year, and I just have no desire after everyone they've talked to is not like that show. It's like a hate watch at this point.
It is.
I did season 1 and
The
that's
first 2 episodes were brilliant.
Mike, what did you think about the episode about Leonard, his little bottle episode? Because I thought that was very well done. The rest is, I agree, but
I agree with you because he was kind of one of those characters that obviously would be in the first couple seasons, but he wasn't a main character. And, you know, the odd time would drop a tidbit or something that would, you know, direct the plot or what have you. I agree with you, but I will tell you what it reminded me of. Ted Lasso, when its first season did really well and it got renewed for the second season, there was 10 episodes instead of 8 as the previous season, like the first season. And those 2 episodes stood out like a sore thumb because one was a holiday episode and one was, which was a standalone, didn't matter that it was there. And then there was another one that was about Coach Beard and like a bad trip. I don't know if you remember them, if anybody has seen it.
I get your point. Yeah.
So that's how I found that, like, it actually was one of the shining lights of that season. But I wouldn't say that you needed to watch the season to get to it. It's not, to me, it wasn't worth it. But yeah, that is a good episode. And it's nice that he was such a big player in this season because he was one of the few likable things about it. I love Tia Leone and I was just like, nope, don't care. You know, she was more annoying than anything else. So,
All right.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Steve Martin's crying.
Okay. Now we're getting a little better, but so there's an author named Sally Hepworth, and I don't know if she's Australian, but the show is Australian, and it's called The Family Next Door, and it's a thriller. And as I watched this show, and I'm not sure if it's on in Canada, I found it through different means, but my wife had read the book and said the book is brilliant, so we watched the show, and I will say that the show was a slow burn for me. None of the characters are particularly likable. And it kind of convinced me why I don't spend a lot of time with thrillers, because I find that I don't want to invest that brain power into, I think this is where we're going. And then, you know, sometimes it's proved right, sometimes it's proved wrong. But it's also one of those situations, and it's come up with other shows. These people aren't rich, but they're not suffering either. And so to watch rich people be miserable is not one of my favorite things to do. And so these people, again, they're not maybe the definition of rich in the sense that they're on their jets and what have you, but they're all doing okay for the most part. Now, I would say that the main family is struggling financially, and obviously that's one of the things. But I couldn't. So my wife compared it to the book. She said the book is brilliant. She's like, all the characters are likable in the book, or that's the way she read it and interpreted it. But this story I found it dragged. The main character, what she's trying to discover, like, is important, and it's definitely a horrific incident that she's trying to find answers to, but she's not terribly likable. And, you know, you want to like her cause and you want to like, you know, what she's gone through. But what's one thing I do find about serious Australian, and I can name several kind of dramatic Australian shows. I find a lot of TV that's drama based from Australia. They're too stoic.
Huh?
Like the actors, it's like, you can smile, like, or, you know, if you want to be happy at one point, and that could be writing, but I think it's an actor thing where it's like, I have to be serious this whole time.
Okay.
And that gets tiresome to me. So
I never noticed that, but okay.
yeah, not all, but I can name a handful that I've found that to be a thread for myself. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right. No, yeah, good.
okay. The next show, the second season of Nobody Wants This
Mm-hmm.
on Netflix. I didn't hate it. It was okay.
Did you expect to?
I didn't love the first season.
Okay.
There were parts of it I loved. Like I really liked because there were, you know, I thought there were relationships that could be explored. And they were explored in the second season. And that's probably why I liked it. But yeah, no, I really liked this show. And if you liked the first season, this is one of the rare instances where the second season, in my opinion, was actually better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they probably didn't have to set things up. They could, hit the ground running, and that probably helped.
Yeah, and because of the fact that some of the characters they're pretty well established quickly on in the first season, so you know what you're in for. It's some of the more B characters that are explored more at times, and some of them were like kind of the driving force that kept me interested in the first season. So I think that's why I like the second season better. So
Okay. And nobody wants this. Which platform is it on?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
I think you're the first person I know that liked, or at least kind of liked that season, because it's going through the coals.
Yeah.
People saying it's unlikable, characters are unlikable, and what.
Oh, the first season for sure. And what's her name?
Kristen Bell.
Kristen
Bell. She is not my favorite actor. She's not my favorite character on this. But her sister, who's even technically supposed to be more unlikable, is much more intriguing this season. And the relationship she has with the brother of Kristen Bell's love interest is quite... And they don't do the typical, like, will they, won't they? Because I think it's pretty established quickly that they won't. But it's just nice to have like a platonic relationship that's not the basis of a show. It's just like, hey, yeah, this man and this woman can be friends, and it's that. So
Okay.
yeah. But if you liked, and I would say the second season, like I said, it's better. So okay. Now this is the things where we're getting into things I actually really like. I will mention this show. I had thrown something up on Reddit because my son is 14. And it's rare that, I'm sorry, I just got a message. I got a new phone, and I don't know. I got the new iPhone.
Okay.
We're going on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Do you know how to set it up to do not disturb?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
No, it actually comes with a bell attached to the actual device.
That was also in the movie Weapons.
like a town crier.
Yes, nice.
So
Nice.
This is the button for silence.
Yes.
Remember how it used to be a little switch?
Yep.
Yes.
It's better.
Yeah.
Because it's harder to, like, when you pick up the phone, not touch it. Like, it is so sensitive. It's just like you look at it wrong. It goes, oh, you want me to be on? You're like, no, it's ridiculous.
We are so old. We're complaining about
Yes.
phones.
Oh my God. Leave that in comic goals.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Primo. This is a one and done. I think the show was in 2022. Let me just double check that. 2023. And it was canceled pretty much after that because I think they tried to change networks and it didn't work. But it's going back to what I was saying. My son is 14 and he really liked Son of a Critch, which is the Canadian show. And, he's right around the same age as the main character in the latest seasons. So I was looking for something that my son would watch with us, right? And somebody had suggested Primo. And so I did. And it's very lovable. It's about a family. His mom is a single mom, but all her brothers are like obviously his uncles, but they all kind of raise him. And all the uncles are quite different. There's like the idiot, and there's the one who thinks he's smart, and then there's the one who actually is kind of smart, and then there's the one who's tough but sensitive, and they're all charming. Like it's actually very well done, and it's super witty at times. And the main character, the boy Primo, it's really good, and he actually really liked it. And then we found out that the second season had been renewed and then canceled because of the network move, I think. So,
so American sitcom created by Shea Serrano, is that it?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's very very sweet, but it's funny too, and I would recommend that one, especially if people like Kim's Convenience, Modern Family. Those types of shows, Son of a Critch, I think you'd like that as well.
So where did you find it?
I found it on the internet.
Okay. It says here Amazon Freebie.
Okay, maybe not in Canada.
I saw an ad for it, but I don't know where it's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thought
maybe
it was
not in
Netflix.
Canada though.
Wasn't sure if it was on Gem, maybe CBC Gem or something like that.
No, I remember looking up Just Watch and I couldn't. It didn't say it was available. So,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. Okay, I should have brought this one up earlier actually, because sorry, I'm looking at my list and I kind of missed this one. I didn't love this. Austin season 2.
Austin. Okay.
Yeah, Austin is I brought this up before because the first season, Mike O'Theo, he's an Australian gentleman who has autism, and he was on that Love on the Spectrum, I think the first season, and he was kind of one of the standouts. there's a sitcom where he plays a young man who finds out that his dad is a famous children's author. And then the children's author ends up retweeting a Nazi by mistake because he makes a quote about free speech. And then so he goes to meet his dad, and then obviously his dad's world's falling apart because he's retweeted this stupid tweet. And the first season is very sweet and very likable and very witty. And Michael Theo is superstar in the making, especially in the first season. The second season screamed sequel to me. It didn't have the charm that the first season had to me. There are parts of it that I really like. The acting is great, and there's some comic timing that's fantastic. But overall, I didn't love it, especially I didn't love it as much as the first season. Sorry, I should have brought that up earlier, and I missed it on my list. Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted to mention that, but
That's on CBC Gem in Canada.
it is on Gem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm leaving the three best till last. Do you want to talk slow horses now?
Yeah, sure. Let's.
Yeah, I loved the latest season. I thought it was great. I thought they really leaned into the Gary Oldman, almost like comical genius in this one.
Mhm.
A lot of like those like quirky, like I want to use the word sassy, and it's not harsh enough. Like sarcastic quips about his team, but I thought it was so well done. And that's another show similar to Only Murders in the Building. Not that it had that huge of a drop off, but I found after about the second season there was a drop off. But I found this season kind of for me picked back up to where maybe the second one left off.
Okay.
So
Have you read the books?
I have not,
Okay.
and I know you've sent me some of them, and I
Oh, that's okay.
apologize. Yeah, that'd be more my wife's thing. So
Spoilers for Slow Horses, I guess. I remember something you said about the Netflix series with Keira Knightley, Black Doves, and Ben Whishaw. You said that the finance minister's wife or something, or Minister of Defense wife in London would not be able to walk around freely,
correct. Yeah.
She would always have a, TV crew in her face. And I thought we saw the same problem in the finale for the mayor.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The mayor would never be, left on his own with like only two clueless bodyguards in the middle of a church like this. Never, no way.
And I would say even the other politicians, the right wing, where he was behind the building. And
yes,
I agree. It wasn't without its faults.
Yes.
I will not say that it was as good as the first season is television brilliance.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's up there with the second season of Ted Lasso, the first season of The Bridge, in my kind of pantheon of, amazing television. But this I thought was solid. Like if I had to mark it like one of my kids, I would say 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you. There were things I was like, that really, this is one of those, one thing that I've mentioned a couple times is like, only Murders in the Building was too long, right? Like, and I'm not saying that's why it was bad, but that was one of the reasons it was bad. This didn't, like all the things that terrorists, I don't know what to call them, but all the bad people, the heels in wrestling terms, Nick, that they were doing to thwart being caught, right? Like the computer, again, no spoilers, but like in 2025, the internet shut down and the bombings and stuff. I love the fact that it was paced so quickly, right? Like it wasn't like, oh, now, okay, they've shut down all the networks. Now we've got to spend the next 2 episodes dealing with that. It was like, they did deal with it, but it was like, it just moved on and all the other moving parts, all the other plates kept spinning, right? Which I love that. So I thought this was a great season. I thought having Roddy as kind of the instigation for the entire story, and I can't remember again. Christopher Chung,
yes,
who plays Roddy. How brilliant is he? Like he is just. So we talk about characters that are unlikable. What a scumbag, right? But you can't help but like he's part of this team, and you're just like, yeah, he's our scumbag, right?
Yes. So self-absorbed. It is.
I like that, Nick.
And in the books have his inner monologue going on. And it's like, what a shithead.
He's such a narcissist.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Like, it's like, I said, Jesus, how do you function in society?
Yeah, no, I love it. I thought it was great. And Kristen Scott, I'm so bad.
Thomas, yes.
Thomas, how brilliant is she? Like she's been brilliant every single season. Like she's just a complete badass, and she's, you know, like her and Lamb, that dynamic between them two
together, those scenes.
It could not have cast that better.
Yeah.
It really couldn't have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So fantastic. I really like the new season, as you can tell.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you liked it too, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And like what I mentioned was, you know, it was nitpicks because I was really curious to see how they would do that final shootout.
Mm-hmm.
From the book, it was like, you know, massive chaos and like bunch of cops being shot. And now, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So they toned it down for the TV show, but you know, that's okay.
And I don't know, our other three friends who are sitting here, I don't know if they know this,
guys.
but at the end of the last, I think since the first season, they show you spoilers for the a trailer for the upcoming season, which will be a year away.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I guess they always have a season in the can for the most part. So, you know, we know another season's coming. I think there's 2 more, right? That's what I heard.
At least 2. I mean, Gary Oldman said that he would do them as long as they wanted him around. So I would say at least 2.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will say this was brilliant too, but I would clarify it and say it was brilliant for me, because Kyle and I actually had a bit of a conversation about this the other day. And this is one of those, is it a movie? It's on streaming, and it debuted on streaming. So I'm going to say it's TV, and that is Being Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it a brilliant documentary? Debatable. But for me, especially like his Saturday Night Live, like the films that I grew up with, you know, Beverly Hills Cop and 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, and Beverly Hills Cop 2 and Golden Child and all those things. He was such an important part of my pop culture life growing up that it was really nice to kind of know more about that, because as a 10, 12-year-old kid who's watching this and watching Delirious, and I really liked it because I didn't know a lot about him. I know he had a lot of kids. I know Beverly Hills Cop 3 is the worst movie I've ever seen.
Confirmed.
But you know, but I really liked it. But again, I think that's a personal thing.
That's on Netflix as well, right?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw it too last week with my parents. The one thing I like it because it's Eddie Murphy. Like he's so hard to dislike. But at the same time, I just felt like a lot of it was very odd how they structured it. So it's almost because he was so close to the production of it, it felt very hagiographic at times. Like they skipped like a lot of his movies, then like his bad boy behavior, controversies. And you would think watching this movie too, that like Saturday Night Live is like this like looming figure. And I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like, cause he got started on SNL and he talks about it, but then he bookends it essentially with him coming back in 2018 to host it. Cause that was the first time he was on since, oh my God, probably Beverly Hills Cop, like for 30 something years. But it was just very awkward how they framed it. And I don't know.
I liked it in the sense, I know what you're saying. Like, I didn't find it terribly linear. And I don't think all documentaries have to be, because I feel like sometimes that's dictating a narration where you don't have to have one, right? But I did like the fact that there was a lot of footage from that 2019 show.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I really liked was, I mean, so there's a couple talking heads and Chappelle's one of them, but they clearly had there's clearly more footage of Charlie Murphy being interviewed for those like true Hollywood stories, I think they were called, right? Like the Rick James bitch kind of stuff, because they had footage from those where he's in front of that green screen. And I thought it was great to be able to have stuff that they could intertwine with that, obviously him passing and what have you. So, and he was, I think, a bigger part maybe than they made out, but I don't know. I mean, obviously I wasn't there. So, but it was nice to see that stuff in there as well.
He would be a good subject for a documentary. Charlie Murphy, like his own career and like his relationship with Eddie, like that, to me, that would be more interesting, because they did get like Kevin Hart, Pete Davidson, Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, Dave Chappelle. They got a lot of big names. It's just, I felt like I knew 90% of it. And I was like, you know, like, yeah, I love to chill with Eddie Murphy and say there's nothing on TV and have some cheese, but I don't know.
See, I will say The other side of that coin for me is I didn't know a lot of it. I knew his work, and that was about it. I never followed like the entertainment part of it, like the personal life stuff of it, or the business stuff of it. I only knew, what I saw on screen. So, and I just knew that and then, obviously in the early 2000s with Donkey and, there was some other, like, I thought Daddy Daycare was a lot better than people give it credit for. That's just me.
Iconic millennial cinema, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, I always thought, and he was always around for me, right? So, I didn't know a lot of any of the outside noise, fortunately. So for me, that was just kind of nice to see a package that put other stuff together that I didn't know. But again, like you said, because he's part of the production, obviously, there's going to be somebody cutting tape saying, we're not including that and we're not going to talk about this. So
I really think it's also good you mentioned it too, because he was just announced to get a pretty rare award in the industry, which is the American Film Institute's Lifetime Achievement Award.
mm-hmm.
He's one of the youngest people, but also comedians nowadays don't get that award. So the fact that he's getting that is like the timing with the documentary, like they wouldn't have known, but that's really, he is iconic. And like, I love Eddie Murphy to death.
Yeah. I don't know. He was there for, so many of his things, like I've watched so many times. He's just, and they say that like, oh, why can I not think of his name? Who was on ER and then became a big famous
George Clooney?
George Clooney. Sorry. Exactly. This is where I am on a Thursday night. Sorry, guys. I'll say that for every night of the week. George Clooney said something once, and I'm paraphrasing, that like a lot of people, when he came off of ER, that a lot of people came up to him and they felt like they knew him personally because he was on a screen in their home, right? Like you go to see a movie and, you're going and it's an event and what have you. But if you're watching, you can watch ER in 1995 sitting on your couch in your underpants, right? And you're like, hey, that guy's in my room. He's not, but he's on the screen, but you're there. I feel like that was it for me with Eddie Murphy, right? I grew up watching, I didn't go to the cinema to see Beverly Hills Cop and Golden Child and stuff. I watched them on television. I watched them we had First Choice and Super Channel here in Canada. So, the equivalent to HBO, right? And you found something that made you laugh and you watched it over and over again. Maybe you taped it and watched it over and over again. So, and the Saturday Night Live stuff, and all that. But listen, I will move on to this. I got one more.
Okay.
And this is my favorite. And I'm sorry, I chat a lot. TV is my thing. That's why I'm not on the movie episodes, guys. Sorry. So we have started watching I'll save that till next time. We have started watching a new...
Don't be a tease.
Okay. Man on the Inside.
You got one of mine. I was waiting.
No. I'm going to let you have it because we're only 2 episodes in.
You go right ahead.
I haven't loved the first 2 episodes.
Oh, you only... Okay. So I can't spoil shit.
I'm only 2 in. No, go ahead. Do your thing.
I don't want to say anything because you're only 2 episodes in. I'll say this. I have had mixed feelings about it because I did finish it 2 days ago.
Okay.
And what made the first season so strong for me was that it was saying something satirical about aging and about reaching a certain age and then having things like we talk about our memories lapsing from time to time. And it did it in a respectful, playful manner to roast that kind of, ageist jokes. Because the setting changes in the second season, you lose that, but there are a couple add-ons that make it still fun.
Mary Steenburgen.
Yes. She's kind of like in herself with her relationship with Ted Danson kind of brings back some of those jokes from the first season. Mm-hmm. And so there's a little bit of that, but there's also a little bit of spontaneity. Also, it's the same thing. It's a mystery. You're trying to solve who everyone's a suspect. So I did enjoy it, but because of that setting change, it loses a little bit of that charm that the first season had. You'd let me know when you finish it. I want to talk more about that.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 2 episodes in. My son actually watched the first season with us and really liked it. I love the relationships between all the people that he meets in the village or whatever you want to call it of the first season. And I found the second season, obviously only being 2 episodes in, I don't know where we're going, and I love the Mary Steenburgen dynamic with obviously her real life husband, but I felt like it was a forced sequel.
Yeah.
I didn't. So I'm willing to watch the rest because I love the actors. There are some funny lines in the first 2 episodes that I've seen, but it didn't hit me immediately like the first season did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it may not. I think Ted Danson's charm carries over, and it's kind of like Ted Lasso, is that his charm, it makes you want to watch the next episode.
Okay.
And then there are a couple supporting characters that, for reasons unknown to me, I get tickled fancy. There's Ted Danson's daughter has 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
One is named Jace. And for whatever reason, even though he doesn't have a lot of lines, his Gen Z, whatever the latest generation kids is,
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha, he portrays that mentality so perfectly that it makes me laugh every time, because I've been in those situations with the Gen Alpha where, you say something and they're looking off into the corner and you're like, hello, are you listening? Are you listening? And then they'll just walk away. Or they'll say a lot of bro. Oh, can I download this game, bro? It sounds annoying, but the way he does it is so goddamn charming, and it's hilarious because it's just so realistic in a parody way that made me laugh every time he was on screen.
Just for listeners that don't know, The Man on the Inside is based on a documentary. It's really good called The Mole Agent. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It came out about 5 years ago. It was nominated for the Best Documentary Oscar, and it takes place, I want to say, in Argentina or Chile.
Chile.
Oh, nice.
2020.
And it's a good 80-minute documentary. So it's like, you don't feel it. So that's all I was going to add. So there's the Americanized version, which I've heard of, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to stay. Can I segue into my favorite thing so far?
Yeah, please.
So my favorite show that I've watched so far, and I'm not done, I'm 5 out of 9 episodes in, is another Netflix show, and it is Spanish, and it is called Old Dogs, New Tricks. And I think it's actually called Animal in Spanish, en Español, because it comes up with animal, but for some reason when it's just on my Netflix, it says Old Dogs, New Tricks. It's about a country veterinarian who's struggling a little bit because none of his clients can really pay him because things are tough all around. And so he ends up getting a job as a vet in like one of those new like superstore pet stores where they have like a vet clinic in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And his niece is the manager at the store. And it is charming. It's funny. It's warm. It's clever. It's cynical. When he swears and says the F word in Spanish, you feel it because you're like, I know exactly how this guy feels. Just like having like almost like what Hector was saying, sometimes dealing with a different generation, and you're trying to say something and you're like, why am I not getting through? Am I doing it wrong? I don't know. It is wonderful. And unless the last couple episodes let it down entirely, I would say that this will be in the contender for one of my favorite shows. I know what my favorite show of 2025 is, but this will be in the top 5 if it's whatever, depending on however many Patrick asks us to have on the year-end episode. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot. And nice is a terrible word, but I really like it. And it's one of those shows I can't wait to kind of watch the next episode. The way my life is we tend to watch like an episode a night, and there are sometimes I'm like, let's just watch the next one. No, we got to get up, for work, whatever. Fair enough, but
from Spain. Okay, actual Spain, because I wasn't sure like if it like Mexico or something. No,
oh, sorry,
Spain.
no, yeah, it's actually in Spain. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's beautiful too because it's like the countryside of Spain. You would think, oh, it's going to be in Madrid or it's going to be where it's not.
Galicia, Spain.
Galicia, yeah.
Yeah, like so it's in the countryside, and it really, I've never been to Spain. My wife has, but it's very similar to me, like the British countryside or the French countryside. Like it's definitely got, like I wouldn't have known other than the characters are Spanish, But yeah, it's beautifully shot. The locations are really cool, and the animals are great. And yeah, and the main character is fantastic. And the actor and I don't know him, obviously. Yeah, Luis Zahara. Yeah, he plays his character's name Anton.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And yeah, it's fantastic. It's just so good.
If it's from Spain, it's probably Zahara.
Yeah.
With a TH.
Yeah.
So yeah, Galicia is, that's where Santiago de Compostela is. And like you think Spain, this is not like northern Spain. Like in the winter, it rains all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not like your stereotypical idea of Spain, kind of,
No, he lives in like a country house. Like it could be set in Wales and be like, yeah, this is set in Wales. You'd be like, oh, okay. Like, honestly, it's green, it's lush.
It's not Mediterranean looking like
No. But it's very charming. I really like it.
And it's been renewed for a second season.
Awesome.
And the first season just aired in like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't know about this at all. So I'll check it out.
Yeah. It's just watching him navigate through, like what Hector was saying, dealing with younger generations whose take on customer relations, etc., is different than his own. It's quite funny. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sorry, I went so long.
That's it for you, Mike, for TV?
Yes.
Hey,
Thank God, eh? Yeah, it's over.
Tony, what's up?
I just got to Mike. You said you've never been to Spain,
I have not. No.
correct?
No, never been.
What do you think about
Sorry?
music? I got a bad leg.
Is it just me or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there seems to be quite a bit of lag.
It's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you at my in-laws' house?
I think I'll move upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you have a good joke, Tony? Because Patrick's a wizard with editing. He'll just put it right in.
Well, you said you've never been to Spain,
No.
and I asked you, did you like the music?
Of the show?
No.
I'm missing something. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've never been to Spain, but I kind of
music-
like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
music.
yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
It would have worked if I had
It's
to.
okay.
I missed it.
Patrick
I
will make
missed
it
it
sound
too.
like, and we'll all be like, ha, ha, ha. And it'll be great.
Okay. I'll do my best. All right. So thank you, Mike.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's try and regroup. Nick, what do you have on TV?
Okay, I'm going to go like Mike. I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite, and then one bonus. My first show is DMV. That is on CBS here in the States, and it's on Paramount Plus as well. It's essentially a workplace sitcom, and it takes place at the Department of Motor Vehicles, which is like everyone's favorite place, right? So it has this vibe of The Office and Superstore. I tried to watch it just because I like to watch shows sometimes that are shorter, like 20 minutes. You don't have to really think too much. And it's watchable. It's okay, but it's not great. I don't know if anyone else has heard of it.
Yeah, Tim Meadows, right?
The problem with DMV is that they all feel like caricatures and it's very one note, a lot of the stories and whatnot. And I don't know if it's just because it's the first season. So, a lot of these types of shows, it takes a season or two for it to kick off if it's going to do well or not. But yeah, it's fine. Like I'll still watch it just to, go to sleep or to watch during dinner, but nothing really to really recommend per se. And then my next show is season 2 of Georgie and Mandy's First Wedding, which is also on CBS and Paramount Plus. Mike, I know you're a big fan of Young Sheldon. Have you watched that show yet?
I haven't. And I remember you bringing it up last time, I guess, for season 1. It has a laugh track, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Not that I can't have a laugh track, but like we had talked about Leanne on Netflix, which I liked more than I would have ever predicted. And, I wouldn't say it's the greatest show ever, but it has a laugh track. I don't know. I don't feel like those two characters from Young Sheldon and ultimately, Big Bang, I don't feel like those were the two that would draw me into their own spinoff, but I don't know. I know you said you liked it, so.
Yeah, I think it's one of those shows like DMV where it's only like 17, 18-minute episodes. So when you put it on, it goes by very quickly. I think it actually works pretty well in terms of trying to establish its own identity. And sometimes they'll have an episode every now and then of like the mother or the grandmother or the sister that pop in and out of the narrative. And it's funny. You don't have to think with it. And I think that's partly why I like it. Like, it's not like great television. Like, it's not going to be nominated for Emmys by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it's entertaining. It's wholesome, but also they're pretty likable characters. And I like with season 2 that they're starting to navigate more of the other characters, like the brother, and now this is not really a spoiler, but like now that he's taken over the business and the father retired, like how he builds the tire empire that he has. So I thought it was actually pretty good how they're doing that.
I'm sure CBS wouldn't love this, but I feel like that's the perfect kind of show for me that I've mentioned it many times that I like to have a quick comedy in the chamber just to, go to at some point if, we got 20 minutes and whatever. And I feel like when the second season of that ends, if it hasn't ended already, that might be kind of like an ideal situation.
Oh, 100%.
I haven't seen any of them. So
this is like way early into the season, just like DMV.
Right.
But it's like 10 episodes in already. So that's the reason why I brought them up, because it's like so many into it. But it's fun. I enjoyed it. So my next one is one that I really like that I think kind of went under the radar on Netflix. It's called Boots.
Oh.
So this takes place in 1990, and it's about a closeted gay teenager who enlists in the Marines to go into boot camp. And he goes with his best friend, and his best friend is the only person he ever confided that he is gay. And it's a really interesting show because of all the things that gay people went through, especially in the early 90s, that the show addresses, like the height of the AIDS epidemic and all the bigotry and whatnot. And I really like how it balances the comedy and drama, because some episodes are more comedic, like especially towards the beginning, but then shit gets real when spoilers, but some people die because it's boot camp. And it's just one of those things where you're in a world where Don't Ask, Don't Tell is still, or it's just right around the corner from Don't Ask, Don't Tell, I should say, because that was 1993. And it's a really interesting show too, because while that boy has his story, the guy who is his sergeant is also closeted, and he's being investigated for being gay because they can't say it on the show, but his other sergeant and him were lovers. And that was at a time when you could not be openly gay in the military. And there was this whole investigation. And he was really good at it too, that actor as well, I thought. And what really threw me to the show was that Vera Farmiga, I probably butchered her name right. She was in the Conjuring movies and The Departed.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vera Farmiga, that's her name. She's the mother of the boy. And that was like the draw to kind of get on the show, because really she's the only actor that you would even remotely know from here. And she's like a secondary character, like supported actor on this. I liked it. It's a good 8-episode show. Definitely not for Bradley, so don't watch this with Bradley. It's not very sexual or nudity. It's just a lot of violence and really language more than anything.
I don't know if Patrick gets upset when I say this, but one of the TV podcasts I listen to, I don't think he does, but is a show called TV Gold, and it's Australian.
Okay.
And it's actually Andrew Mikado. James Manning is the host. Andrew Mikado is like his guest, but they do it together. And Andrew Mikado has worked in the TV industry in Australia for years. And he's a gay gentleman who, this was one of his selections, I think, maybe a month or two ago, I guess. And he said a lot of similar things that you did. It praised it a lot and said it was really well done. So, and it's one of the ones I have on my list. I just haven't had a chance to explore it yet.
And a fun fact about Boots, it's the last production that Norman Lear, who is from All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Maude, all those shows, that's the last production that he worked on before he died, because he was, I believe, the executive producer of Boots. So that was also a way for it to get publicity besides, people in the government critiquing it, and that made people want to watch it even more, because what is it that they say, if you tell someone not to do something, they want to do it even more or watch something more?
Well, I think too that if I remember correctly, it's been a while, but I think he said like it's an interesting time for this to be released, right? Like, not to get political or anything, but
well, I mean that the U.S. government is filled with shitheads. So
Yep.
I think he said it was something to the extent that it was just like propaganda and ridiculous
yes,
bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, because he did somebody else whose name will not be mentioned. I think somebody did make a quote about it, right?
Oh yes, he called it woke garbage.
That's what it was.
If you Google it, folks, you'll know exactly who it is.
Mhm.
So
okay, I'll edit it out. Who was it? Ah, fuck. Okay, that was my first guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
So, but it's a great show. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend listeners to check that out. That was my next one. And then I'm in the middle of a series because it's halfway through, and I'm really enjoying it. It's called I Love LA. I don't know if people have heard of that.
Yes. I haven't seen it though.
I don't know if you guys will like it because it's a very millennial Gen Z type of show.
That's what I heard.
So if you're not really part of that, it's going to be really hard. What I wanted to watch was because there's two people I love. Is Rachel Sennett, who was in Shiva Baby and Bottoms. And I used to be funny. She's a fantastic comedian. And she's the creator of the series. And also Josh Hutcherson, who's having a moment again because he was in the Hunger Games movies and he was a child actor. But he's also in Five Nights at Freddy's. And that sequel's coming out like tomorrow. I always thought he was an underrated actor, and he's like a really good person. Like he practices what he preaches. And he is with, hold on, when am I ever going to have a chance to say this? He is in a Jason Statham movie that came out last year called The Beekeeper. So there's a Jason Statham connection.
Yeah.
So really quick too.
Don't roll over that. Dupree's sigh was spot on. Perfect.
No, I like Statham, but I hated that movie.
Oh, I saw it 3 times in theaters and I can't stop recommending it.
Jesus.
And it's a 3-star at best movie. So like what am I doing with my life? But Jason Statham, you rock.
All right.
I didn't ask that question. You did.
By the way, though, he has a new movie coming out that they were known that he was going to be out in January. And I cannot wait. Front seat.
I saw the trailer and that one looks okay.
It does. It looks good. I mean, I always take a chance on him just because I think it's like really good.
It's called Shelter, just to, please.
And he always has January releases too. The man is like prime for January releases, if you know. It's like Beekeeper was January.
I never noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And they just finished Beekeeper 2, by the way, filming.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. Oh, my heart.
Fuck's sake, man,
There
you're
it is,
amateur.
Beekeeper.
It's just like honey to hive. So I love LA.
So yes, please continue.
Oh no, I could talk about Jason all day. I love LA is very much about the fakeness of LA, like the toxicity, the plastic nature of it all. I like it just because I like the actors. Like Jordan Firstman is also an actor that a lot of people might know. He was in Rotten in the Sun, which was a Sundance favorite. Do not watch it with your parents, by the way. That is not the kind of movie. So don't Google it, folks. It's something.
I saw that movie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh God, Patrick, that's not a mom and dad kind of movie.
No, it's not.
That's like not to watch with anyone in a theater ever.
Yeah, I agree.
A movie original, my God. For the people that brought you the substance. But no, I really enjoyed this one. I don't know if people have heard of it, but it's halfway through. I'm enjoying it.
So we were talking about this prior to going on recording, and I almost said going on the air prior to recording, and I wasn't sure, but I remember seeing the trailer, and this is one of those ones I've heard a couple reviews about. And Patrick, I'm going to refer to your line that I think you said your wife said after she watched Adolescence, it's not going to make you like teenagers any more than you do already.
Yeah.
I think one of the reviews said something similar, like if you're not a fan of Gen Z, then this is not going to help that.
100%.
Yeah.
And the tip for listeners that might know too, it's sort of been compared unfavorably and rightfully so to Girls, the Lena Dunham show, which
Yes, I've heard.
Did watch and I did like, but I think it's also different just because of the focus. And I feel like that it's so easy to just compare it to that because it happens to focus on a group of millennials or Gen Z folks in this hyper focused, image driven industry that they're in. And the thing about this show that I think, Mike, you mentioned in one of your shows earlier is that, I mean, except for Josh Hutcherson, who's like a catch and like the best boyfriend probably ever, they're all really unlikable. And it's really sometimes hard to know when to sympathize with these characters and then when you just want to tell them like, shut the F up or don't do these stupid things that they do. And they do them anyway because they don't think.
I think a show like this is okay though, because for me, it's like it's on purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I think it was The Family Next Door I referred to that, where it's like I didn't like any of the characters. I think there was one, and it was a very minor character, like who didn't have much to do with anything. Like, but that wasn't on purpose. And like I said, my wife said the book, like it didn't come across like that. Like everybody was fairly likable, and you know, yes, you have more time and you can dedicate more, more words to why a person's going through this or why they're like that. But yeah, I think if it's on purpose, like, hey, you're not supposed to like this person, I can forgive that a little bit more than not,
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. It's a show that I don't think you guys will like, so I wouldn't recommend it to you guys. But I mean, I enjoyed it for what it is. And there's only 3 more episodes left at the time it's recording, so we'll wrap up before Christmas. And it is going to be up for season 2. They announced it.
All right. Welcome back, Tony.
Hey, I had to restart everything. Sorry.
That's all right.
And my last show, which I enjoyed the most, it just ended on Sunday. I adore Tim Robinson so much as a comedian. I don't know if you guys have watched Detroiters or I Think You Should Leave.
Heard of it?
Oh, this guy, it's not for everyone because he's an absurdist, cringe comedian. So either you get that wavelength or you don't. And he just had that movie Friendship with Paul Rudd.
Mhm.
And Paul Rudd is the straight man. And Robinson is the crazy one, which, oh my God, masterpiece movie. I love it so much. But The Chair Company is so, so good. I love the fact that he really hyper focuses on this minute thing that happens. And there's no spoilers because literally it's part of the title. He gets an award or there's some banquet and he sits in his chair and the chair breaks. And then when he falls, he is embarrassed and he's trying to investigate why is this happening with these chairs. And then he's finding out like this conspiracy that there's some purposeful defect with this chair manufacturing company with the office desk chairs that they're using. And all this is happening when that happened, the incident, he's also being targeted for sexual harassment because he looked up the woman's skirt when he fell down. Of course, he didn't know that where he was looking. He was just trying to look up. And the woman who doesn't like him had a way to kind of get him to be reported to HR. And it's so ridiculous. I can go on and on about the show because it's just so insane. It's like part Chinatown and part I Think You Should Leave Here, Detroiters, weirdness, comedy. I loved it. Have you guys heard of this or watched it? Because it's amazing.
Which platform is it on?
I'm sorry. That and I Love You. I love you. I love you, Patrick, but not like that. I Love LA, which is both on HBO or HBO Max.
Okay. Awesome.
So you've heard of it?
I've heard good things, but I would expect to not like it. But I might give it a shot at some point.
I told friends who want to watch it, I told them to watch Detroiters first because that's more palpable in the sense that it's a little bit, because it's him and another guy. And it takes place in Detroit, of course, but it's just a little bit more, not accessible because it was on Comedy Central, but this is weird. Like, this is not for everybody, but it's great ensemble cast, great production value. And it's just one of those shows where it makes you feel so uncomfortable just because you don't know where it's going. And the twists and turns are so good that you really have to pay attention when you watch it.
I just looked it up and Lou Diamond Phillips is in it and I love that guy. So I would be intrigued to watch it.
Do you like cringe comedy, Mike, or absurdist comedy?
It just depends. It's hit or miss for me.
It might work for you then.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about, and I don't know if you'd consider Python. I find some of it absurdist and it's hit or miss. Like, there are things I think that are absolutely brilliant, and there's things that I just go, I don't understand why people think this is funny. So, but that's all comedy, right?
Yeah, it's so hard with comedy. That's why I'm always hesitant to recommend, especially comedy, because people have different tastes and different things that they like. That's my favorite show probably the year so far overall. I've just really liked it. Then my last one, I'm just going to do really quick. It was on National Geographic, so I think it counts because it was never in theaters. That's usually my rule for if it's a TV or movie episode. Is Jaws at 50, which was about the making of and the legacy of Steven Spielberg's 1975 classic. Had every director you can think of, like, James Cameron, Guillermo del Toro, Jordan Peele, just everybody is interviewed. And it was really cool to hear about the problems that they had and all these things that I didn't know about. Like, I didn't know, like, Spielberg was, like, devastated that he wasn't nominated for Best Director, for example. Like, he almost gave up movies for many years because he was so depressed that he didn't get a director nomination for Jaws.
Boo-hoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's really roughing it, that Spielberg fella.
Yeah, I know. It's like, whatever happened to him? But no, it was really good. And then I actually, this kind of relates to it. I went, ironically, to LA last month
It's because you love it.
at the Academy Museum, the Oscars Museum. They had a huge Jaws exhibit, the entire floor for its 50th anniversary. So they had tidbits of the documentary in one of the spaces. So it's cool.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Awesome.
Sounds interesting.
So this is on National Geographic.
It's on now Hulu Disney Plus
Okay.
because I think that's technically who owns National Geographic's rights, I think. Yeah, that's why I watched it.
Okay. Awesome. Is that it for you on TV?
That is it.
All right. Thank you, Nick. All right. So Tony is back. Let's go with you. Tony, what do you have?
What do I have? Okay. I recently got Apple again. So I watched Stick in 2 days.
Yeah, I talked about it last time with Mark Maron and Owen
Oh, yeah,
Wilson.
Oh, yeah, you did. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I liked it. Except for the theme song sounds like if you order Jason Isbell off Temu. But that's every time it comes on, I think of that. I liked it. I don't really have a lot to say, but I guess I miss Mark Maron and not hearing him 2 days a week. So I don't know if anybody agrees with that or not. But
Yeah, I liked Maron.
Yeah.
it was pretty predictable, but it was worth a watch. So that's the freshest one. But the thing that I've really been enjoying lately is Welcome to Derry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, it's
I,
filmed 20 minutes east of me. Come on up, and I'll take you out there and show you the sights.
Oh yeah, we
the
had that
signs.
conversation.
Tony, I'm so sad I haven't caught up with it yet. And Angie won't watch it because she has a fear of clowns. I've seen every adaptation of it. I own every adaptation of it. And for whatever, I've been trying to make it work. But I know it just aired, a month ago?
Yes, it's. I think they've had 6 episodes. There's a couple more left.
Yeah, I that is on my list to watch this week.
that is exactly my thoughts too. I want to watch it, but I want to binge it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's very. I love Bill Skarsgård. I mean, we all love Tim Curry, and I don't want to speak ill of his portrayal, but Skarsgård has taken that character for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just. I feel bad saying that in one way, but it's just true. Yes, he does such a great job at it, and he's not in it till like the 5th episode, I think.
Yeah, I'm mad that social media, I can't open up an Instagram and not see some clip from. I'm like, stop! I have to close it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've already seen something about next episodes. That
Yeah, shit's getting spoiled like crazy.
yeah,
The town that it's some of it's filmed in, Port Hope, Ontario, is like 25 minutes east of me. It's a very cool little town. There's some great pubs there, and there's a really cool little theater there. Really good farmers market and stuff, but it's super charming, this place. And it's actually not far. There's a neighboring town called Coburg, which is similar. And there's some really nice like condos built. It's right on Lake Ontario. It's one of those small towns that they were smart when the people came and settled. They settled near Lake Ontario because a lot of times they build away from it. Like in the town I'm in, I can drive down to Lake Ontario, but they didn't build there, which was stupid. And it's a waste. So a lot of it's built on the water and it's really nice. But Coburg is where, and I can't remember his name, but Elton John's husband, David, and I don't know if his mom's still alive, but his mom had a place on the water. So it's all very close to each other, especially for someone who's coming from the outside. I'm sure people in Port Hope are like, Coburg's not near, but it is.
David Furnish.
Yeah, that's it. Dave Furnish. Yeah. Really nice little place. And I know that they were very proud when the last, what was the second? No, maybe it was the first It. Some of it was filmed there as well. Not the
The It Chapter 2.
Yeah.
yeah. It stands for Derry. Does it have the canals and everything, or is that okay?
Yeah.
I know the big standpipe is not real, but the canals are pretty cool and iconic.
There's a great burger place there called Olympus Burger. You know, like the diners, drive-ins,
Yeah.
like that's Europe, but there's a Canadian equivalent. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the pictures are up when you go, but it is actually fantastic. They do all these different types of burgers. And Tony, I'm happy to take you there if you want to come up.
Sounds good.
Pick me up on the way.
Yeah, you're closer. Yeah, if you like the It lore, you would love Welcome Derry, I think. It's got a lot of King lore. I mean, Dick Halloran's in it.
I was
big
gonna say I
part,
didn't know if you were gonna spoil it, but yeah, I just saw that there's a character, and I was like, "Is that?" Of course,
Yes,
go to
it is.
Google it right away, and I'm like, "All right, there we go."
Yeah. So it's good. I
Yeah.
like it.
Nice.
Task.
Yes. It's on my
I
list.
figured this was one. That's the one I was telling you earlier that we'd probably share. I really enjoyed that show. That was hard to turn off.
Solid. And it's been renewed, and I don't know. Like it's like True Detective. Like, season 2 was brutal, but we will always have season 1 of True Detective. So they can do what they want from that point onwards. It doesn't ruin the first season. So maybe we will get the same thing with Task. I hope season 2 is good.
Yeah.
But no, I'm with you, Tony. I don't know if it's going to be on my top 5 of the year, but it might be. Really liked it.
It deserves consideration at least.
Yes.
And speaking of True Detective, season 3 was good too. I agree with 2 that wasn't, but 3 was good. And I haven't watched the last one.
Don't.
I'll
just say that. I'd say like season 1 was maybe a 9. Season 2 was a 3 out of 10. And season 3, I'd say 7.
Yeah.
7.5. Solid.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
Don't bother
of course.
with 4.
Yeah. No. There is no season 4. Doesn't exist.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
What else do you have on your list, Tony?
What else do I have? Well, we talked about, y'all mentioned the John Candy on the movie episode.
The movie.
We mentioned it briefly, yes.
I wrote that down as something I watched recently on TV. I mean, what can you say? It's John Candy.
Fucking great.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Yeah. Tear jerking. And it's just, I enjoyed that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it so badly, but as we talked about earlier in the episode, Patrick and I have some time off coming up, and I'm going to save it till then because I want to have time to recover.
Yeah, you need a palate cleanser or two.
Yeah, I know I'm going to need it.
It's just like what you were saying about Eddie Murphy. Like he was so part of our pop culture upbringing,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't even think about it until I'm watching it, and you're seeing clips of everything he's done through the ages, and you're like, oh yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, I saw that on video. Oh yeah, I went to the theater to see that. Like it caught up with me so fast, so quickly. I was just like an emotional wreck because it was like, oh my God, I remember seeing that with my dad, with my sister. My sister got up and, she met with another friend. And then, you just start thinking about all these random experiences and you just get in your head and you're like, oh, like you didn't realize how much connective tissue there is between that actor and your personal life.
100%. And now take that and make it a kid growing up, in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area, where, reruns of SCTV were on daily. He was a part owner of the Toronto Argonauts, so he was constantly on TV here.
Yeah.
And all those things. And I have the story where my best friend in high school's brother was a bit older than us, and he plays. So I think it's a terrible movie. I've actually never seen it, called Canadian Bacon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend's brother plays a reporter who's only in it for, however long, very short amount of time.
Yeah.
But he got to hang out with John Candy, obviously. And I remember him saying back then, like, a sweetheart.
I've never heard a bad thing about him.
No.
Nice. What else do you have on your list, Tony?
My usual Taylor Sheridan bullshit.
I was waiting for it.
Awesome.
They're advertising Landman like crazy right now.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Landman.
Oh, me
This
too.
is good.
Yeah.
I watched Tulsa King and I like it, but it's way better quality to me. Landman is, and maybe it's just Billy Bob. I don't know.
Sam Elliott.
It's Sam Elliott now, yeah. But so I've been on those Tulsa King, Landman, and Mayor of Kingstown, all that stuff. I watch all that. I told y'all before, I just like that trashy, just something mindless.
It's the Harlequin novel of TV shows. It's just like
Exactly.
You're in your grocery shop and you're like, all right, I'll pick this up. Sure, why not?
It's my stories.
It's the Hallmark movie of a Southern gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I watch that and I'll watch cooking shows anytime.
So you and Kyle need to get on the. He's got some YouTube links he'll send you.
There's a spin-off podcast waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Kyle spent 2 hours watching somebody roll a marble down a dirty road or something, and make us want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It suckers me right into it. I'm like, it's 1 a.m, but it's like, all right, I'm in bed. All right, okay, let's roll one
Just one
marble.
more.
One more
Just
marble.
one more.
One more.
I can
one
thank
more.
Kyle. This guy Drew Cooks keeps coming up on my feed now, and I'm like, thanks, man.
Oh, mine too now. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's pretty much all I've got.
All right. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
All right, Hector, what do you have?
All right, let's get into it. Alien Earth.
Oh, God.
let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay. Where to start?
Look, I got a lot of thoughts.
Okay, so if I may,
Go ahead.
I like the production design, the set of the Maginot. That was the ship.
Yes.
Okay. Like they made it look a little bit like the Nostromo. I thought that worked well. The actors, for the most part, they were good, but you cannot do chicken salad with chicken shit. So, they can only work with what they have because the writing, Jesus Christ, and the plot armor,
They knew they had two half-assed stories that they were like, listen, we can't make 8 episodes with one of these. So let's combine them. We have this whole Peter Pan Neverland Syndrome clone factory.
Yes.
And then we have basically, which is a remake of the first movie, but with a different crew.
Yeah.
And then we'll later on blend the two.
If we squeeze hard enough, maybe it will work.
And it doesn't. It doesn't work.
Yes.
And this is probably another thing that, Patrick, I'm sure you were probably rolling your eyes back to the back of your head. Characters doing stupid things.
Oh my God.
Galore.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
like you don't have to be Sherlock to know that where this one character is exactly what their motivation and what they're going to do, and then the next character, it's just, there's nothing surprising because they're going to go there because the temperature of the show is just
because the script requires it.
Yeah.
And that guy will not die immediately because the script requires it.
Correct.
And that, oh my God. And I remember one thing in the previous TV episode I mentioned when I was 2 episodes in, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I spoiled it back then, but I will now. It's like they take the consciousness of children and they put it in young adults' bodies.
Right.
So we have young adults playing like children. And I remember at the time saying that's going to get old really fast. And it
does.
Did. Oh my God. I was like you, Drew. After 15 minutes, I wanted to, throw my chair at the screen.
And I don't for whatever reason, I don't really care for Timothy Oliphant. I liked him in one movie because he was kind of a badass. And then after that, he just kind of plays he plays an asshole. And
we mentioned that, but yeah, I was going to say Deadpool, Deadwood, Justified.
Right. The ones I haven't seen.
I think he might be the girl, Wendy, her name was.
Right.
She's good. I think Tim Oliphant was maybe the second best part of that show.
Yeah. And that's because he's stifled. Like he knows he doesn't have a script to work with. And he's playing it just very stoic, very, very cold. And probably the best that I've ever seen him because he's not playing this swarmy, egotistic, he's just, even though he is, but he's playing it very stone face, and he leaves all that swarmy, chip on my shoulder to the character who I can't stand, but I'm sure the actor's great, but the character, what's his name?
Boy Cavalier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
So he's playing that heavy, and he's just hamming it up to just everyone's annoyance because he's written that way.
Yeah, but the enormous problem, the glaring problem is when you have the smartest person in the world on your show, can you write him that way? Because I didn't feel like he was very smart.
It's very two-dimensional parody. They're we clearly are making Elon Musk. Like you said, they don't show you what put him in his position.
Well, yeah, he's supposed to be smart. Show him being smart.
Yeah.
Instead of being a shithead.
Yeah.
With bare feet. Oh, genius. He walks around with bare feet. Who gives a shit?
Right. Yeah. He's a caricature. And the actor, he's a good actor. Babu Sise.
Yes.
Again, he's given very little to work with because he's basically playing the same role as what the first Bishop from Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what was his name? It wasn't Bishop, but it was
Ash?
Ash, thank you. Yeah,
Bishop was in the second one.
in the second
Yes.
one, and he's good. So you're not surprised by anything. I would have liked to seen some level, like you said, make that character smart or make this character you're not sure where to trust, and like I don't know, everything felt so forced and two-dimensional, or a retread of a similar character from the films.
And so many characters in there were so annoying. The girl's brother, the medic, I forgot his name, Hermit.
Yeah,
Was it like a John Hermit or
Joe Hermit? Yeah,
Joe Hermit. Yeah. Oh my God, such a zero, that character. Jesus.
yeah.
And the girl, Nibs, like the redhead
Yes.
with the short hair, another zero.
There was another one that Nag, I think was Chief Nag, the one that was on the ship, had to play it very psychotically. I was like, come on.
Oh, yes. And also, like, you see a xenomorph in broad daylight. It doesn't work because he tears through a squad of soldiers.
Right.
And either you need to show it or you need to
keep it in the shadows.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they kind of go halfway and it doesn't work at all.
No.
And the xenomorph in broad daylight looks like shit.
Yeah, it does.
They could have asked me that before filming it, and I would have
should have been a
told them,
consultant.
don't do it. It's going to look like shit.
This is like, and Nick, because you watched Jaws at 50, Bruce the Shark, it works because we saw so little of the shark.
Yes.
Alien works so well because it was quick shots, quick edits of the alien. When you see the full costume and the actor in the costume, it takes you out of it a little bit. But when you see the first time in Alien, and I remember vividly seeing this and like being scared out of my mind, the first time that the alien grabs Harry Dean Stanton's character and it pulls him from the chains. He's in the chains, and that first time you know that it's humongous because it pulls him out. You don't see much. You see like a quick edit, and it scared the crap out of me.
Brett,
yeah.
Yes.
That first time that oh my God. But now, of course, with 7 movies, the magic is gone.
Yeah.
But you can still, I mean, there's still going to be generations of kids this will be their first experience of that. And if it's shit, then, you know, what lasting power are you going to have what kind of story are you telling? Who is this for? I mean, it's only for the fans of the series now at this point, but you still got to treat it like it's going to be someone else's first experience with the show.
That's a good point.
Keep it in the shadows still. I mean, it's not just because we've seen it, just because there's toys of it, doesn't mean that you have to have it out and show off your CGI skills every time. I don't know. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. But yeah. And then the other thing now this might be, I don't know how to say this. This is weird for me to say because you know how we all are with our music and love our music. There's a soundtrack to the show that's very jarring and off-putting. When the movies had a very classic composing score, Jerry Goldsmith did the first one, not Hans Zimmer. I'm trying to remember who did the second one. It was
James Horner.
Thank you.
Aliens.
Yes, James Horner did the second one. And now those are in the annals of history because of how good those scores are. That when you hear a Tool song playing at the end of an episode, you're a little thrown off.
Yes.
What Tool song is being played?
I think it was the first song off Anima. I can't remember. Stinkfist or something like that. Something that it's only to put a hard rock soundtrack in it. And listen, this might go against everything that I am.
Stinkfist is in that show, Stinkfist?
Correct. A song about fisting.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember which song it was, but I agree with you about it being jarring.
And that's not the first one. There's like a bunch of other hard rock songs in it. And you're just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. They did that just to be different. It's like they made all the wrong decisions.
Yeah.
While thinking of and writing that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the tray. Wait a second. They have Black Sabbath TV on the radio.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Smashing Pumpkins. Godsmack. What are we doing here?
Yeah. That was my thoughts. And look, Nick, I love music and I love a lot of those bands. I still was like, no, this doesn't work. it's
I agree.
Oh, that's blasphemy, and that makes me glad I did not watch that show.
Yeah,
because I love Alien.
It sets the temperature for the show altogether because it's like this is clearly designed for the Fast and Furious. We want our aliens, but we want like our we don't want the story anymore. We just show us aliens, show us bloody, show us murder. Like this is the like I said, the for a different audience.
It's like the horror genre, like how it's like, oh, just give me the kills.
Just give me the kills.
I don't need a story.
Yeah, give me the hard rock and some kills, and don't think that was the intention for the original films.
I don't get it because it was created by Noah Hawley, who did Legion, who did one of the seasons of Fargo.
Yeah.
The fourth one, I think, which was good, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had, great expectations for that, but it turned out to be such a dud that might be the most disappointing series this year for me.
Yeah, especially because Dan Trachtenberg was doing great stuff with Prey and with the new Predator, and seemed to be two different directions of that whole Weyland-Yutani universe, or I guess is what you call it, because now they've combined them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Although, twist my arm, I may still watch season 2. I'm a glutton for punishment.
It's been renewed for a second season. I might hate watch it.
Yeah, we'll hate watch it together and we'll complain every
Yes. Yes. All right. So what else do you have, Hector?
I already talked about Man on the Inside.
Mhm.
And then I only have one more show.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll say I've watched 2 episodes of this show called Elsbeth because Angie was watching it. That's on CBS. I don't love it. I give it a soft recommend because it may be just me, but it's about, she's an attorney and she was working with I'm going to say NYPD. Yeah, it's the NYPD. And she gets inadvertently caught up in a case that the NYPD is working on with the detectives. And then they just kind of let her hang around and question and interrogate. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. And the whole show is that every episode there's another case and she's just tags along as an attorney, but interrogates suspects. And I'm like, is anyone gonna call her out and be like, your jurisdiction here is really not, you don't have it. You not really belong here. But no one brings it up because otherwise we don't have a TV show. So that's the show. She's just interrogates suspects and solves crimes as an attorney.
That would apply to many TV shows, I think.
Yeah.
Let's run this bullshit
Right.
premise, and otherwise we don't have a show,
They jumped the shark in episode 1.
With the opening credits.
Yeah. So it wasn't for me. Angie's loving it, though, because that's her, like we talk about palate cleanser. It's perfect fluff. So I don't know. She really enjoyed it. And I did catch a couple episodes of it. And then not that I hated it. I get in my head and I'm like, why the fuck are they still letting her hang around? And go home, Elsbeth.
It's on CBS if you guys want to avoid it.
I love how we all bash CBS, and that was like a good chunk of our shows tonight.
They show the Bills games locally here. That's about it.
They do show, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
The only other show I have is Wednesday, season 2. I finally caught up with that one. My daughter, Sophia, she wanted to watch it. And Angie said, okay, let's put it on. And we binged it in a week.
No clowns in it?
No clowns. Monsters, no clowns.
Okay.
It was weaker than the first season. It's nothing memorable. It's not terrible. It's even kiddier than Stranger Things, where it's just like, it's a YA novel in a TV show form. And it's fine. They enjoyed it. And I thought it was fine. Effects heavy. It's PG-13 horror, gothic horror show, but I have no gripes about it. It's just fluffed. You can just keep it on. So nothing to bring home about Wednesday. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you, Hector. All right. So on my list, it's short actually, because I wasn't sure about a couple of them, but I'll just get them. Slow Horses, we covered already. Task, covered already. So that's 2 off the list. One of them from Vince Gilligan, Pluribus.
Oh, yeah. I see the ads and
on Apple TV. I mean, I know it sounds insane to say that, but I think I am like 6 episodes in, and I still don't know if I like it or not.
I thought you were going to say, I still don't know what the hell's going on.
Actually, that's a good thing. We know what's going on.
Okay.
But, okay, so Vince Gilligan, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad. That's, his name is well known, and the quality as well. I think the problem is the main character is very hard to like. That might be the biggest challenge. And also, the script required her to be kind of passive for a long time, which got on my nerves a little bit. But I think I'm warming up to it.
So this is something I have with Apple TV. right? I will give them credit on one hand that they are willing to put money into these kind of, for lack of a better term, quirky shows that other streamers probably wouldn't do.
That's true.
I don't think they always land.
Also
And
true.
I haven't watched this one, but I like the trailer. I remember watching the trailer. I was intrigued. It kind of reminded me of the Truman Show.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. This is, again, just judging from the trailer. But this is also the same, broadcaster or streamer or whatever you want to call it that brings us Ted Lasso.
Right.
So again, I give them credit, but sometimes there was the one with Colin Farrell that I tried to watch.
Sugar?
Yeah, was that it?
I think so.
Spoiler, he's an alien and
Yes.
yeah, oh God. And I was just like, but I always find shows like that. And that's what used to really grind my gears about Harry Potter was like, they would write themselves into this corner and it's like, okay, let's throw this total, curveball left turn. And I just go, oh, I'm out. Like
Done.
It's just lazy to me. So, but this show does intrigue me, but I want to know what you think at the end when you're done, if you liked it or you loathed it,
No, I think I'll keep watching. I think, as I said, the biggest challenge is not to bail because of how unlikable the main character is for the first couple of episodes.
Is that writing or is that the actor?
Writing.
Okay.
I don't really want to spoil it, but she is going through a lot at the start of the series, and she doesn't like the place she's at to start with.
Okay.
And then, something cataclysmic happens.
Mm-hmm.
But once, you kind of accept it, air quotes, I think you would get on board, I think.
Okay.
But the quality is there.
Okay.
And it's Vince Gilligan, so I don't know if you saw Breaking Bad, but it took its time to set things up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, the viewer needs some patience.
I feel like I'm that person who can't accept it.
I get that, and I know a lot of people who bailed, and I don't blame them.
Right.
I'm sticking it out, but I wouldn't blame anyone for bailing.
Yeah, it's just that's what I've always struggled with, those types of things, unfortunately.
Tony?
Is this a show that Ray Seahorn is the lead
Yes.
actor, right? Or Ree? Okay.
Yes.
So that's the Vince Gilligan connection there, too. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
I did see a thumbnail of that, so that's why I was asking.
And it's taking place in New Mexico as well.
Okay.
So another connection.
I can't believe how many people have texted me about that show because they're like, oh, another New Mexico show. Because I used to live in New Mexico several years ago. And yeah.
Have you watched it?
No, all my friends keep telling me to watch it. They all really enjoy it because they know how much I like Breaking Bad.
Okay, you don't know anyone who bailed halfway or?
No, they're like
Okay.
obsessed, borderline crazy people. They can't get enough of it. So,
Okay.
but I'll ask them if they're continuing it next time I talk to them.
They're Gilligan heads.
Okay, so 9 episodes total. The last one of this season will be on December 26th.
Cool.
Okay, so next one is, I mentioned that one before, and I had no idea there was a third season. I think I learned about it when I was in Germany. Blue Lights, season 3.
Mm.
The cops in Belfast. I binged it earlier this week because I wanted to finish it before tonight. It's still fantastic.
Still as cheery as ever?
Yes.
Okay.
But now that you mentioned that specifically, I think it's a lot less bleak and gloomy than the previous seasons, honestly.
Okay.
But there are still some difficult topics like domestic violence, for example. But it's still very good.
I think, is it Siobhan? Is that how you pronounce her first name? Siobhan Brooke? I think she's she's a fantastic actor.
Sean Brooke.
Is it Sean Brooke?
Yeah.
I'm sorry with the Irish pronunciations. I apologize. She's fantastic. Oh, I've seen her in other things. Great. But yeah, that I really struggled with the first. And not that the quality wasn't there, but it was just so bleak, demanding. And
bleak.
Bleak.
And it's I'm pretty sure that, being a cop anywhere is not a barrel of laughs,
Mhm.
but in that place, it seems to be extra difficult because of all the hoops that they have to jump through.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but no, it's great. It's
Awesome.
great. What else? What else? Oh, Peacemaker season 2.
John Cena?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and there's not going to be a season 3.
No?
And no, they will merge it with the rest of the DC stuff, I think.
Like Superman?
Kind of. And I didn't like the way it ended, season 2.
Mm.
But besides that, I enjoyed it, honestly.
I did too.
Okay, so you saw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's not really. I'm not a DC guy except for Batman,
Same.
so I don't know all that stuff. But I like it a lot.
And the ending didn't piss you off?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I think that ties into the next Superman movie though somehow.
That's what I heard. And like, I'm with you. I'm not really a DC guy. And like, I'm done with the superhero movies in general. So for me, the story ends there.
Yeah.
Done. I'm
Yeah.
walking away.
It's worth a watch.
Yes, I think so. Okay, so yeah, what else? Well, 2 shows that I haven't watched yet, but I didn't have the time to get to. One of them apparently is very good. It's called The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke and Peter Dinklage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that.
And another one, it's a documentary, Mr. Scorsese.
On my watch list, Patrick,
Okay.
for holiday break.
Okay, so yeah, same. So that's my list. We made it under 2 hours. Woo!
Sweet.
Okay,
Woohoo!
I'll throw a question in to throw rent into that.
Sure.
Anything upcoming?
For me, well, I mean, yeah, over the holiday break, try to watch The Lowdown and Mr. Scorsese. But besides that, nothing comes to mind. What about you guys?
For me, I want to watch Task. I want to watch Death by Lightning. That looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That's on Netflix. And I'll wait for my parents because they love Billy Bob Thornton, like Tony.
Mm-hmm.
He plays one character and it's like a dirtbag, but he plays it so good, like in everything he does. And I love Landman. So bring the trash is what I'm trying to say. I'll watch it.
Okay, cool.
And there might be a new season of Beachfront Bargain Hunt renovation. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, there it is.
Hey.
All right. There's your palate cleanser.
Tony, what about you?
Upcoming, I don't have anything really marked. I never have watched The Boys still. And I threatened to watch that. I never watch Amazon
Mhm.
Prime, so I never think to watch it, but I think I want to watch that.
Okay, so you haven't seen any of it?
Nope. I only know of its existence.
Okay. Well, the first few seasons are really good. I think it's only my opinion, but I think the writing kind of takes kind of a dive in the later seasons, but that's only me.
It's fair.
I think the last season is season 5, will be out next year, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Why make sure we should watch it.
Honestly, I think it's worth a try.
And I'll probably begrudgingly watch Stranger Things. I've got to finish
Yeah.
it, but I'm not excited about it. They waited too damn long.
That seems to be the consensus.
I still haven't even finished season 4, and that was like 10 years ago.
I bailed after season 1, and I have no regrets.
Yeah.
It was the best one.
And I thought, as I was looking back on season 1, it was towing the line between homage and plagiarism, you know? So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to push my luck. I'm good with one season.
Even in the first season, they were recreating the ET with the bikes scene, and I was like, okay.
E.T. and Back to It again. It was very...
Yeah.
I have never
Jason.
watched Stranger Things, and it's so funny because everyone says I would like that show,
Don't.
but I just
Yeah, I'm with you, Tony. I'll say
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Try to
If
avoid
you
it.
haven't, don't. Yeah, it's hard to stop if you started it.
It's not a 25 season show that you have to start at the beginning. You know, it's only, but some of those episodes really were long. They're saying that the season finale is going to be like over 2 hours long.
Yes.
yeah, they're
What
doing
the
New Year's
hell?
Eve and New Year's Day at
Okay.
AMC and Regal. They're sold out apparently, like everywhere. They're crazy, those Stranger Things fanatics.
I guess.
I mean, they killed the best character last year, 80 months, and I liked him. And they
Come on, you know that I
Oh.
haven't had enough time to watch season 4 that was on 10 years ago, and I.
Hector, what about you? Do you have something to look forward to?
I'm just gonna copy what you got. Welcome to Derry. I want to finally watch. I'll probably start that tonight. I was going to make a joke about what Star Wars show is going to be on that we can hate watch.
Oh, God.
You know what? I'm looking it up now. They're making a That's the name of it. That's the name of it. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. I have no idea what that is. I'm guessing it's a Darth Maul TV show because we have to just take just any character now and just make them their own TV show.
I guess. Mike, what about you? What's your answer to your own question?
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't fishing for that. 3 things really quickly. One of them is not till February, but the Winter Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
I always love, it's that time where you become an expert in some sport you've never played and will never ever do. But in February, I love it. It's the coverage, and I love comparing the American and the Canadian coverage of what's happening.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, one is good and one's American.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that, but
we got our soundbite for the next episode.
Saint Pierre, the season 2, which is a Canadian drama. And not that it's the greatest season, but Hector, we talked about your parents and liking that. What was the Brown?
Oh, yeah. Father Brown.
I think they would like this.
Yeah.
It's set on this little French island just east of Canada. And there's a lot of murders that happen on that island, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, it's one of those cozy murder shows, right? That's what they call it, I think. And then the other one is season 3 of Trigger Point, which was, I think, one of my shows of the year a couple years ago.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and season 3 was on in the UK, I think, last month. I haven't had a chance to dig, and that's one of those shows I'd like to binge over the holidays as well. Because honestly, it's just one of those dramas that I think is so underrated because it moves at such a quick pace, and it's not insulting like doing so. And it's genuinely, some of the twists and turns are shocking and not just shocking for shocking's sake. They're justifiable, and yeah, season 3 I'm hoping is as good as 1 and 2, but we'll see. So
I know that season 1 is on CBC Gem.
So is 2.
Okay. And do you know where season 3 will be available?
I would imagine Gem eventually, and I'm hoping by the time the holidays come around, it's there. But in a related note, Vicky McClure, apparently there's a new Line of Duty season coming out too.
Yes.
I don't know how, and I don't know where it's gonna go, but apparently apparently it's in the can.
Yeah, I think I read it on the Guardian website. So yes, yeah, and I was quite happy when I read that. So
absolutely.
All right, awesome.
So
guys, thank you for your patience.
Thank you for having us.
No, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
It was fun.
It was.
And guys, where can we reach you online? Let's start with Mike.
Blue Sky and Instagram, Pickies with Filters, PICIES with filters. I've taken Facebook right off my phone. I haven't deleted my account, but so if anybody tries to find me on there, you'll probably find me, but you'll never get a response for me. Sorry, from me.
Don't be. That's a smart move.
So that's why you have a message beat back.
No, I said happy birthday months ago. What happened?
Might be.
Such an asshole. No kidding.
All right.
The worst.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Nick, what about you?
Oh, I got to follow up? Okay.
Yes, you do.
At Rocket Retropod, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, don't tell Mike Drew, even though I don't like it either. I have these gentlemen on from time to time, and we're trying to record something soon. So, keep that in mind, listeners.
Excellent. Thank you. Tony, what about you?
I'm still hanging on the Facebook, and I've got a Waffle House Jesus on Blue Sky, which I just post a song a day, basically, is all I do on there. And I lurk on Instagram and TikTok, but you don't need to know my name because I don't do anything on there.
Okay. All right.
Except for, the Facebook stuff that kind of integrates over there, I guess. But
yeah, auto-publish from one place to the other. Yeah. Right. So great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hector, what about you?
Instagram and Blue Sky. A friend of mine was on Facebook, but recently left, so I've taken his account. So you'll find me at mdrew.
Nice.
Wow, he posts a lot about Canadian politics. I didn't know he was so interested in it.
So much content about alien Earth. After Mike Drew.
All of a sudden, I start getting hate messages from Patrick. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
I would never do that. All the negative stuff I have in my head, I dump it here.
Yes.
Never online.
It's very healthy.
Yes.
That's why I've left Facebook.
Good move. All right. So thank you again, guys. It was fun.
Thanks again for having us.
Always a pleasure. And listeners, stay tuned. We will have year in review soon in the next couple of weeks. So thank you.
Sweet. Bye.
We'll catch you. Oh, sorry. I forgot my routine. We will catch you on the next one. Thanks.